Right, it's 11 o'clock, so we'll make a start. I have to start by reading out the statements. I'm obliged to inform you that this meeting is being videoed. Members of the public are entitled to report the proceedings and are requested to give prior notice so that any additional measures that may assist can be put into place. Any member of the public who has any concerns should raise them now. Right, item 1, apologies for absence, and we've had apologies from Joyce Farrell. I think most of the rest are here. Right. Item 2, disclosable pecuniary interests. Leslie Victor.
Thank you, Councillor Nutting. I have a disposable interest in items 7, 8 and 9, and I will be leaving the room taking them from
Right. Item 3, minutes. There are minutes for anything to do, we've certainly seen them. Is everyone happy with the minutes? Yeah. Right, they'll move to seconded. Right. All those in favour, please show. I've been asked if we can sort of be clearer for the video so that everyone can see what we do. Right. Item 4, public question time. No public questions. Item 5, member questions. I don't think there are any member questions. Item 6, scrutiny items. No scrutiny items. Right. We're going to present, I'm going to ask the portfolio holder to present items 7, 8 and 9 together, but we'll make the decisions separately, because that's what we're required to do. So thanks. Councillor Davenport.
Yeah, these have come back to us as Cabinet from a departure from the original consultation feeding from our Cabinet meeting on the 25th of July. I think you may recall at that Cabinet I changed on the day what we were going to do in Ludlow because of how I think it will affect business there. So you've got the report, you'll see basically that being able to use the Castle car park for traders and the on-street parking cease charges from 6 o'clock, not 8, and in conversation with the bid, the same in Shrewsbury. So this is to help the nighttime economy and businesses in these local towns, in the town. So that's what all three are about, and we had to come back to Cabinet to agree what was already in place. So we came to Cabinet to change it, and we've sort of come back to agree to remain the same as we were before. Any questions?
So you're moving it, I'll second it, so it's like, right, Councillor Evans.
Have some points to make, Chairman, but first of all, on a point of order, I see on the list of background papers for each of these reports, they are incorrect. They do not list all the ones to do with car parking. This must be completed for all reports, does not include items exempt. There was a call-in, a valid call-in, sent in on the 3rd of August. There is no mention anywhere in any of these papers, and I repeat again, any of these papers, that there is a call-in and the decision is at present suspended. It is due to be discussed next week at a performance scrutiny, and a special Cabinet has been called today to look at it, but the reports, and I would have thought Cabinet needed to see why it was called in, why it was agreed by the monitoring officer that it was a valid call-in, but there is no mention in this at all, anywhere. Can that be answered first, please?
I'd have to ask for legal advice on that.
I mean,
Well, let's see if Tim's got any comment.
Well, I would have thought that Cabinet could make this decision today. It's perfectly aware of the call-in, isn't it? It understands the reasons why. The reasons why the call-in was made have been addressed by this report.
Councillor Davenport first.
as I understand, it's a scrutiny chair that accepts the call-in as cabinet. We don't. But like the solicitor says, most of, well, I think all of what the call-in was about, we have addressed in these reports.
Chairman, it is legal, and please forgive me for going to the legal. The paper quite definitely says, list of background papers, this must be completed for all reports that does not include items containing exempt or confidential information. It goes back to 2014 and all the way through, but somebody, somewhere, has decided that the call-in should not be listed, whether valid or whether the Cabinet agree with it or not, whether it is valid or not, it is not listed.
I'm not going
For
to pretend.
historical purposes, forgive me, Chairman, for historical purposes, for anybody tracing back and auditing and reasons why and everything like that, surely it should be listed as a paper there, as a background paper, so that everybody, public as well as Cabinet, is aware that a call-in has been submitted and the decision, whether the call-in is accepted or not by the Chair of Scrutiny, but Council, in their procedures, has agreed that the decision is suspended.
I don't agree with anything you've just said. I'm going to ask legal advice.
You may well have a valid technical point, but I've no doubt at all a legal decision can be made on the parking strategy today.
No, I'll give you one more point and that's it.
Yeah, I'm not querying whether today's meeting is valid or not, or legal or not. I'm saying that the papers should have been circulated with it. I have some comments about the papers, but I just wanted to
Well,
ensure
if, you
that
want,
this point
if you've
was
got any more
understood.
comments to make, we've got to make them now because this is your last tube. You've had 3 goals and that will be the end.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chairman, I think they needed to be made, but also I note that the bid has been looked at and considered, and congratulations that actual sanity is coming forward, and we are, the Cabinet, hopefully, will agree that the 6 o'clock cut-off will continue. I'm disappointed that there is nothing there about the effect it will have on the users of the car park. As listed in the call-in, which listed the vulnerable, the young, the female people who actually work in the town centre, who would have to park away from it because of their salaries and their wages, which is a lot of the comments that were received. And it's one of the main comments that is in the actual call-in to say that this was not considered by the Cabinet fully and the implications of it. So I'm glad that it's here, note it's here. I would hope the Cabinet will go for the 6 o'clock cut-off, because as well as the businesses in the town, as represented by the bid, there are a lot of vulnerable people who were concerned and wrote in as part of the consultation that they were concerned that the 8 o'clock cut-off was going to prevent them from working, made them feel unsafe. Whether they were or not is another point, and also that the police, in their notes in the original one, were concerned about the implications and the dangerous nature that some people may be parking because of this introduction of the 6 till 8 p.m. So I congratulate that it is going to be revisited, and hopefully it will go back to the 6 o'clock. I'm disappointed that there is no reference anywhere about a paper, an official council paper now, which is a agenda item, is not mentioned in this or any other council periodical. And for historical purposes, I feel it should be.
Right. Any other comments? Right. Well, the decisions are on item 7, are on page 11 of the report. So can I see all those in favour of that decision? That recommendation? Thank you. On page 23 for agenda item 8. It's over the page. On page 24, the recommendations. Can I see all those in favour of the recommendations? Thank you. And on page 31, and over to page 32, is the recommendation for item 9. Can I see all those in favour? Right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And now we move on. Item 10 is the exclusion of the public and the press. Second it? Oh, yeah. That's-